the business, the training, etc. Welcome to the team.
Yeah, too much CCTV now, I don't really want to get violent. But you could get a punch, get a kick from Thailand, slap from Nigeria, make you start hearing sirens. Woo, woo, woo.
So we're just walking up to Gale's now. I just left the house. In the mornings, I'm just really trying to be like as efficient as possible. I get up at 6:30, pretty much jump straight in the shower and then sort of start sorting myself out for the day. Some things that really help, I think, I sort all my bag out and my clothes the night before. So in the morning, I kind of just don't have to think about that, can just kind of chuck them straight on and get into it. I won't eat something at home every morning, but yesterday I had my long run, so had a bagel this morning. But I always do my overnight oats the night before. I have the overnight oats from Elite. I think it's such an amazing product. I think it rated like 100 out of 100 on one of the health apps. I think it's really great, so I take that with me and I sort of have that mid-morning. And then in the morning I have 10 grams of creatine and some other capsules. Maybe I could talk through my supplement routine when we get home tonight. And then basically I'm just straight down to Gale's. It's like 7:15 now. I try and work here for 2 hours just to get the day set up. Monday's the big day for senior leadership team meetings, which you'll see, team meetings. I've got a big meeting with Alan Joke today, who used to be the CEO of Unilever. So just really a good time to like just get set up for the day and get it off to a good start.
Kind of feels like I should know the way to what it is I came through.
So I finished that first session at Gale's. I really like the separation of being out of the house. For me, I spend so much time working in at the office. I kind of sort of use the house as like a protected zone and try not to work there too much. And I also just feel like once I'm out and I'm into something, I'm doing that thing. There's a saying by an All Blacks captain called "play where your feet are," and it basically means wherever you are in that moment, play there and play really intensely. And for me at home, I try and like make that as sort of my safe space. I've also set my life up this year so that I just have like no noise, no distractions. I only live 4 minutes from the office now, so I've got a 4-minute walk commute. So yeah, really trying to like set my life up in a way that's really optimal for growing the business. So usually in the morning there, it'll kind of just be a chance for me like set my day up, catch up on any emails or messages or anything like that, especially on a Monday with team meetings, getting the agendas sorted and the things that we want to talk about. But I actually had quite a really specific job to do there. As we head towards this science-backed product portfolio, we're going to be building out a scientific board, and I just had to get an email off to the person who'd really like to be the lead scientific advisor. It's been something that's been on my radar to do for about the last 10 days, so happy to get that piece of work away, and then just heading to the office now to get started there. One thing that we do at the office in the morning is whenever you come in the morning, or when you leave in the evening, you have to fist bump everybody in the team. I just think it's a really nice way to like start the day and end the day, sort of saying to your teammates, you know, I see you and we're kind of doing this together. Good start to the week. So we just had our senior leadership team meeting, which we have at 10 o'clock on a Monday morning. My friend Scotty used to say there's like 2 types of businesses in the world. There's Monday businesses and Friday businesses. Monday businesses are where you're buzzing to work, come to work on a Monday because you love what you're doing, you're excited about the week, there's lots of opportunity. And Friday businesses are about you can't wait till it's Friday so you can go to the weekend. So I like to think that we are a Monday business. The purpose of that meeting is for us to get together first thing on a Monday, talk about the week ahead, talk about our performance from the previous week, and just align on any problems or any things that are going on and try and come together to solve those as we head into the week. The format of the meeting, we've played around with a little bit. We've had some new senior leadership people join, but the way that we run it is we come in, we have a quick little personal catch up about things that have gone well for people last week, anything in their personal life that they did over the weekend. It's just a nice way to start it. We then do the actions from last week to make sure we've ticked off all the things are in progress that we talked about doing. So highlights from last week didn't quite go to plan for me. I think I said last week was my week to get on top. I didn't quite get on top, but I made some good progress, so that was good. Highlights for me last week, we had some really positive investment conversations from 5 Seasons Red Rice about them keeping them around internal for April, which was good. Also did a 30K run on Sunday, which was my highlight of the week because it was a good run, but what made it better was I was running along with a product that we had made, which was amazing. I took 6 gels yesterday, wearing all Pure Sport gear that was sourced from Portugal and various other places, and I saw 19 people in Pure Sport gear. And that whole like ecosystem feeling was just like unbelievable. And then I ran from there to meet two of my old rugby friends for a coffee. Both of them said they were loving watching the YouTube and seeing like a bit deeper behind the scenes. And one of them saw that piece of content that we put out on Friday about Montel running with the drink bottle, saying this feeling, and it made him go out for a run. I was just like, fucking hell, that is an unbelievable, section of events. So that was a highlight of my week and what rounded out a good week. Some of the things that we talked about today was just in general about some of the problems that we've got. What feels good about the business at this moment in time is that we've got a lot of opportunity problems. So opportunity problems are where there's lots of opportunity and that's causing problems. We're smashing gels out at the moment. They're overselling way more than we thought they were going to be. A few other stock issues from things overselling, which are good problems to have. Amazon's growing really, really fast at the moment, which is a good problem to have. And then trying to think about how we mitigate some of that, which we talked about in the meeting. And Amazon?
So we're inbounding 750 of the 12 pack, so it hasn't arrived yet, but it's on the way. We're out on the 6 variety pack with nothing inbounding, so we'll chat on that. And then we are seeing people switch to the berry 6 pack. So that went from selling 74 units the week before to 208 last week. So hopefully there's not too much of a drop off in sales, just people are switching. And we'll get the 6 pack in ASAP.
One of the other problems that we're having in the business at the moment is we're acquiring a lot of subscribers. We've acquired 2,000 subscribers in the last 5 weeks. And with subscribers, stock issues become so much more of a problem. So if someone subscribed to a product, it goes out of stock, their subscription recurs, and then we don't have that product. So we are having that challenge at the moment on some products, which is causing a lot of friction. It's really difficult to manage because we want those customers as our best subscriber customers to have the best experience possible. So we were just talking about there with Nimish and Julia about mitigating some of that.
2 things, particularly when we're out of stock. One, can I sell it out of stock based on knowing when it's in stock, and I can just communicate that to customers and customers can then choose whether to buy it or not. But secondly, and arguably most important, is we have subscribers now that are triggering their subscription that we're not sending their product. And that's a problem because you're annoying them, they'll cancel, and then we know 20% of our lost customers is because we don't have a product.
One of the most exciting things going on in the business, which most people won't find exciting, but I do, is Nimish has for the last 6 weeks been working on this new forecasting supply model. So hopefully these issues become less and less, because stock issues probably cost us around £400,000 in sales last year just by being out of stock on things, which is huge, huge pain for a small business like ours. So we're hoping to eradicate those going forward, but that is something that's a bit of a challenge for us at the moment. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks everyone. Great meeting, team. Alrighty.
Kind of feels like caught up in the fast life, caught up in.
Cool. Alrighty, team. Great to be starting pretty much on time today, and this should be the theme going forward. Sorry about the last few weeks. It was like a efficient head down start to a Monday, which is good. And let's not forget, guys, content is king, okay? Let's make sure that we keep embedding that. A few really great ones this week. Hang in the Louvre, this is awesome. The people who were here on Wednesday last week, Amy came in, she's officially signed. I think just so much synergy with her as a personality in the brand. In terms of her athletic distance that she runs, we know that our products don't suit that distance as much, but our products really suit Amy's lifestyle. Even though she's sprinting 100 meters, 200 meters, etc., she's out there training for long periods of time. The recovery is really important. She's been out in South Africa and heading back abroad this week, so hydration and all those things are really important as well. And if you get to know her a little bit as a character, she's one of these people who's effortlessly cool. Cooking on subs, as you guys saw, I had it on a sweet salty Saturday. We surpassed 12,000 subscribers on the 20th of Jan, and 17 days later we've gone past 13,000. So it's smashing it. If we can hit 14,000 subscribers by the end of February, that would be absolutely massive. Awesome. Emma, I know you've been here for 5 weeks, but it's not really official until you do your get to know your teammates. So for myself and the whole team at Pure Sport, welcome to the team. That's it, guys. Guys, great meeting. Bang on 1 hour, 1 minute. That's where we want to be. Let's have a great week for the long run. We just finished up our team meeting for the week. That's our like all hands meeting. We get everyone together on a Monday, and it's just, you know, as you'll hopefully see from some of the shots, just really great to bring the whole team together and hear from different people in the business about the different things going on, how we went last week, and then what we're focused on for this week. Now, in a bit of a rush, I'm going to meet Alan Jope, the ex-CEO of Unilever. He had an incredible career there. I think he was there for almost 40 years, and his last 5 years was the CEO. I actually met him at a rugby dinner about 4 years ago. Got chatting to him. He gave me his business card, which I was absolutely buzzing about at the time. I might be able to bring it up on the screen here because he no longer works there. It was just such a big moment, and then every year for the last 3 years, I've gone to meet him at the end of the year, talk about how we went last year and what we're thinking about for this year. Unilever's like one of the biggest consumer conglomerates in the world. They do over 50 billion revenue, and they buy lots of up and coming purpose-driven brands. So in terms of having access to him to ask him about different things that we're doing and what we're focused on, it's always a really, really great conversation. So running across town now, over to the other side of the bridge to meet him, and we'll do a recap afterwards of the things that we talk about. So just finished up the meeting with Alan. It was honestly such a great conversation. He's never really been in a small business before, so you know, his experience or the types of questions that he asks me, it's all like really big picture stuff. Thinking about markets, thinking about new product categories, etc. And we really hashed out like a number of the key focuses for the business this year. So the sort of 5 key focuses for us are: number 1, continue to invest in brand as the core asset. Number 2, really continue to scale our D2C business. Number 3, like test how fast we can grow on Amazon and really like push the pedal down on that and do a lot of testing. The 4th one is to prove that we can get off the shelf on retail. We're going to be going into some retail outlets this year, but prove that we know how to get off the shelf. And then the 5th one is a successful launch of D2C protein. He was really excited about the protein concept that we have. He actually thinks that we might be able to patent it, so that's going to be something that we look at, that I take away from the meeting. But yeah, it was really good to chat to him, and then heading to the gym, so I've got to get my first session of the day. Do that, we'll grab some lunch, then back to the office for some meetings this afternoon.
One time. I knew what it was to be black way before I was on the GQ cover. How you gonna question me about colour? What you know about Nelson Mandela?
I think the biggest thing that rugby teaches you, just like that resilience mindset of going again when it's hard, and you know, all those types of things, which I think is the most important thing for any like fitness goal or business or anything like that.
Politicians trying to get tickets to come to the shows. I shake hands with a long arm, never get.
I'm doing the 75 hard thing at the moment, so that's mean like trying to balance that load a lot. Like I ran 30k yesterday, so that's obviously like a massive load. So today's about like trying to like get the body moving again. But I'm quite big, like obviously in rugby that's your job. So like how you're feeling, recovering, even like used to sleep every day after training, like a lot of the time. So you're just primed for that. Whereas with this, I think it's much more about listening to your body.
Should've told you that I glow in the dark. We've been growing apart. Been through the wars and I can show you the scars. Still on the road, I'm still on the boulevard. They should have told you that I glow in the dark. We've been growing apart. Been through the wars and I can show you the scars. Still on the road, I'm still on the boulevard. They should have told you that I glow in the dark. We've been growing apart. Been through the wars and I can show you the sky.
So I just finished my weekly catch up with Stephen, who's our non-exec chair. Stephen grew the business, science and sport to becoming a globally recognised sports nutrition business. He exited that business about 2 years ago and joined us in Pure Sport in November 2024, becoming chairman halfway through last year. I meet him for 45 minutes every Monday and we just chat about like problems and opportunities in the business. Today, the things I was chatting to him about was I'm getting out my 2025 shareholder update letter. So just talking over him with that, the wording of it and how it's shaped. We're going to be bringing in a new gel flavor this year. He's probably sold more gels than any other person on the planet. So it's good to chat to him about what he thinks about that. We've got a new unflavored gel coming out in March, and then he thinks the next way we should go is tropical. So we're going to be looking at that. I then chatted to him about, we've got some bits going on at the moment with the board around some potential investment, the capital requirements for the business to reach our ambition and grow this year, to grow at the rate that we'd like to this year, investment in stock and retail and things. We are going to need some capital, so we're chatting to him about that, and then finally rounded out with a bit of a whiteboard session with him about some ideas that I have around community and doing some more official events throughout the calendar year, and sort of the level of risk, how much money they would take, you know, how we would think about it, what would the goals be, which is a really good session to just chat to him about and sort of bounce some ideas off, especially as someone who's removed from the business and only comes in and sort of is here once a week. It's good to have that fresh perspective, and he also keeps me pretty grounded and tells me what he thinks, which is honest with me, which is good. I've now got to jump in the phone box quickly. I'm late to a call with Aidan. He's the CEO of Skio, which is our subscription provider for the website. Last year, in the 1st of January, we had 4,500 subscribers, and we've now got over 13,000 amazing subscribers, and it's grown 2,000 in the last 5 weeks. So it's really starting to pick up, and I want to chat to him about getting our subscription fees down. So going to jump on with him and hopefully get that done for the growth team, but we'll see how we go. He's a bit of a tough negotiator, so we'll see.
Social media, this year's only back, girlfriend, relax.
All right, here we go. My Monday night call with Milan. He's on New York time, so actually it's a good time of day for him, but later in the day for us. Yo!
What's up, Brad?
How we doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, man. Welcome to the YouTube. So it's like 7 p.m. now, just finished the meetings with Nimish and then Milan on the YouTube. Nimish, the head of operations, only joined the business just at the start of December, so he's only really been here, you know, probably coming up 7 weeks, maybe 8 weeks now. But in a short space of time, it's really revolutionized how we think about operations. Loads of the stuff there today that he was talking about just brings such the next level of professionalism to the business, and how we're thinking about stock and forecasting across, as I said before, multiple channels now that we're on D2C, Amazon, TikTok, and going into retail. So I think that's really going to be life-changing for the business. It's so hard in a small business to manage stock, and off the back of that also manage cash. You know, having cash tied up in stock that's sat in the warehouse is not how you want to be spending as a small business. You want to be spending on marketing and driving awareness to your brand and your product. So that's been really good. Got a couple of big follow-ups this week, but we're pretty much handing all the operation stuff to him this week as a priority, so he's fully onboarded on that. And then afterwards jumped on with Milan. We catch up on a Monday night just to chat through all things YouTube. We launched this channel here, and then on my personal, and then we've also launched the Pure Sport YouTube channel this year. So it's all guns blazing on that. We are putting a lot of effort into it, as hopefully you can see from the production quality and things, and the feedback already has been amazing. So we really appreciate your support. I appreciate your support, and you know, subscribing to the channel, engaging with the videos is like hugely helpful to us, and we really appreciate it. So now I've got to get ready. I've got a few quick things to just wind up on, and then grab some dinner on the way home and go and get a run. On a double session day like this today, I'll always have electrolytes. You don't need electrolytes every day. Any company that's telling you that you do, that's not true, but you do need electrolytes in and around when you're sweating a lot and when you're training hard. So at the moment, especially on these double days, if it's gym and then running, I will always have one. I sort of mix up whether I have them before or afterwards, sort of depends on how much water I'm drinking. I think cold citrus salt electrolytes post-run are like the GOAT of post-run drinks. But because it's been a big day today and I'm going to be running late, I'm going to have this one before today.
You can do salmon and potatoes and vegetables.
Keep for that.
I bet you never tell them how it feels.
So this is my little supplements cupboard here. So yeah, got my energy gels for my runs. We're taking 2 of those on the run tonight. So I'm doing like an hour 15ish. So kind of good to train the gut during training runs. Electrolytes. My creatines are in here, and then this is our new protein version. I think this is like V5. It's currently an unflavored version, as we just try and get the base right of it. But I've been having that for a few days now. I had it in my shake this morning that I got ready for, so that's exciting. And then on my supplements, I do the sad little Monday to Sunday pillbox, but it's just really good for reminding me about it. In the morning I keep it pretty basic with a vitamin D3 and K2, a multivit and an omega-3 fish oil. And then also at the moment, training for the marathon, I take cordyceps, which is amazing for your cardiovascular health. I think it's such an underrated mushroom product. And then at night time, take our 3 magnesium capsules, which also have beetroot powder in them, really good for like blood flow and overall recovery. And also take ashwagandha at night time as well, great for stress and helping with your cortisol levels. So we just got dinner already, salmon, potato and some veg tonight. I need to get a 10k run in, so I'm going to head off and kindly ask Julia to put it in the oven while I'm out. We're just going to be running out over the bridge up towards King's Cross to get Raoul nice and close to the train station, and then I'll head back, finish off with some dinner, catch up on a few bits of work. One of the things about having those long meeting days is you end up getting lots of emails and Slacks and these sorts of things that you don't end up getting on top of, so that's always the way it goes for me on Monday. So try and catch up a little bit tonight, but mainly catch up tomorrow morning in my morning slot of all those things that I've missed. I'm gonna have 2 gels now. We're running for an hour 15, so I'll have one at like 25 minutes and then one at about 50 minutes. That's what we've got left on the cards for tonight.
Man spit rhymes, man don't lie. 2-2 step, then the next shot fly. Lit tits, in the shit is. Ask little bro if you think that I'm lying. Them man hate, cause your man so fly. Like text 2 J1s and I'm nice. I thought my bedroom wasn't up, so I stopped, nearly pie. Quang is this, Quang is that, Quang is Marga. His head's fat, but I'm still king in this bitch, that's fact. Fucked his we turn man. My man don't fuck with them, you shop man.
So halfway through the run here, dropping Raoul at King's Cross so he can jump on his train back to Leeds, and then finish off, head back to the house, eat dinner, quick wrap up, and then to bed nice and early for another big day tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching the video. We're obviously putting a lot of effort into trying to make it insightful, and would love to hear about the things that you want to see more of, the things throughout the day, the business, the training, etc. So the commenting, the liking, the subscribing, it really means a lot to the channel, and we really appreciate it. So if you could do that, it would mean the world to me and the Pure Sport team.